Simpson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin van Lukenen certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.
Hello and welcome to Brittany on the west of France. We drove here from Charles de Gaulle, actually, in Paris. It's about a 5-hour drive, but if you come straight across the channel from the UK, you can go quite easily across to Saint-Malo or come down through Cherbourg. It's the most beautiful part of the country, and it has, in many ways, a cultural connection with Cornwall. There are many similarities in the name. It has a Celtic language, which people speak. About 500,000 of the people who live in Brittany speak Breton. It's picturesque, it's very different from other areas of France and really has its own special feel, and it's very famous for motocross. There's been motocross going on here in Brittany for 5-6 decades. The weather's good. The scenery, there the town hall, our drone picking out the town hall. It's a good job we have a peaceful drone, isn't it? It's taken on a new meaning, the word drone, in these difficult times we're living in. The motocross track is not far outside this beautiful, beautiful town of Iffendic. Steeped in history, so tasteful, and we are thrilled to be here for this round, which will take us into the back end of the season. Kicks off in Portugal. We've seen these pictures before, but the atmosphere in Portugal has to be seen to be believed. The weather was terrific. It's way back in April, such a long time ago. Where has this year gone? A 10-round championship, and we're already at round 7. It seems unbelievable. But throughout, the Lielbardis twins have done a fantastic job claiming the red plate from Marvin van Lukenen and holding it until it all went wrong for them in Lommel. But in the sand they were good. In Herde, you would have thought it would have worked out for them in Lommel, but it didn't. Lommel turned out to be the playground for the Prunier brothers. On home soil, they took their first ever Grand Prix victory, and what a weekend it was. Can they do it again here in Iffendic? Well, that remains to be seen, and if you stay with us over the next 40 minutes or so, you will get to see. Cramelin, the weather was dodgy. We were down to 1 day's action because such heavy rain overnight on Friday made the track unrideable on Saturday. Everything was compressed into 1 day's action, but it did not detract from the racing, although Daniel and Bruno Lielbardis might disagree with me. But it was a good day's work for Marvin van Lukenen. On to Poland. What can Lielbardis boys do here? They were having their share of difficulties, but still fast. The speed was always there. Poland was absolutely brilliant. Still, they were holding the red plate, but Marvin van Lukenen was coming. And coming fast. Koen Hermans, Ben van der Burgart was strong. Lielbardis, though, on top of the box again. Lommel, the sand, was a different ball game. And that's where the young Latvians met their match. Sadly, it was this weekend they were to lose the red plate. Bruniers were less than happy in the sand, so looking forward to where we are this weekend. They could not wait until they got here, but Lommel was the undoing of many. So deep was the sand, but once again Marvin van Lukenen dug deep and found something special. Marvin van Lukenen and Glenn Janssens come here to Iffendic in France with 8 races left on the programme, but they have the red plate. Marvin, is this a good time in the season to get the red plate back?
I think it's always a good time to get the red plate back on the bike. So yeah, we are very happy. It was a long waiting, but okay, finally it's back on our bike.
Do you get a sense that your fortunes may have turned a corner because you didn't get the best of luck early in the season, but Lommel was a turning point for you?
Yeah, Lommel is still unbelievable, I think so, for the most of the people. But yeah, on Sunday everything comes together, and Yeah, at the end, the red plate was a big surprise for the whole team and for everyone. But yeah, we are really happy to get it, and yeah, we try to defend this weekend.
Evan, you will be hoping for more of the same this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. In Plumien was a huge moment for us, so we'll try to make the same tomorrow.
You have lost third place. You are now fourth. Is your main goal to take third back again?
Yeah, for this season we are hoping to top 5. We are fighting for almost third place, yes. So we will try to bring back this third place.
Brett, a DNF didn't help, but you've still got fifth place.
Yeah, we had high hopes coming into Lommel after last year, and after the first race they was knocked a bit, but we got back on and had a good third in the second one.
Now let's talk about the left-hand sidecar and this track at Iffendic. Speaking off the record earlier on, you said to me it doesn't really suit the left-hand chair. Does that still stand?
We haven't really had a chance to look at it yet, but the last 2 times we was here, we battled all day so hard for not even a top 10 overall. It really doesn't suit the left, so hopefully they've changed it a little.
It's time to have a look at the track again here. We do it every race, you know, but Iffendic is special. The track is spectacular, the weather is good, and we try and introduce new names to you. You know, Romaric Chanteloup, you know, number 40, you've seen him racing many times. Simon Villain, we've also seen racing, but not with Romaric. That's true, huh? Normally, who is your driver?
I changed with since some years, but the last season I still have a ride with Romaric.
Romaric, this track is special. The crowd is fantastic. There are 10 French crews, so there are many spectators. Does that help when you get the noise, the horns, the cheering? Does it help with your racing?
Yes, of course. The track is perfect, and the feeling in the track is good. We have a good quality race, and see for tomorrow in the good points with spectator it's very cool.
There is a very strong tradition of sidecar motocross in France, not just sidecars, but motocross. It's been going for many, many years. I came here and raced 30, 40 years ago. Always it is popular. Why do you think it is still so popular, the sport?
We don't know. Maybe it's a very spectacular sport, so French people like this. And we have a very special track with a natural track, and maybe the spectator is appreciate this.
Yeah, you're right about the natural track. It's on farmland or open terrain. Okay, you build some jumps, but the French tracks are perfect. Always have been. People love to race on them. I did, and everyone does. You know, it just seems so great, and long may the sport continue. But this weekend, a Grand Prix weekend, what does it mean to you both to race in front of your own people in France? It's a big thing?
Yes. It's a special day because it's National Day tomorrow, and we have a good vibes, and maybe this year it's very special because a lot of French rider come, and it's good for the French championship because we are Team Prix on the top, and we try to follow the guys, and all French people do the better to climb with Prix.
Romaric, if we move over there, if we look over there, this is the racing line, okay?
Yes.
This is just the start. You do this once. You do this every lap, but it's hard. It's like road racing, yeah?
It's very hard pack, and it's good for us, but with this, it's not very good. It's smaller.
Yeah, and I saw one guy this morning out here collecting all the big ones.
Yes.
And put here we have
Yes.
them. You know, these are big. If one of those hits you, that's going to hurt. Yeah.
Yes, it's not good. It's not good for the nose, for the...
Absolutely. Hey, listen, thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day tomorrow.
Thank you.
And thanks for doing this. And now they know your faces. You can't tell with the cask on. You know? Good luck.
Thank you.
Two groups in, A and B, and we've got 15 or 16 on the line. 33 crews altogether came here to qualify, and they're all out there. Well, half of them are out there in Group A. And look at that. That's the Carcross brothers, Gwendol and Damien Carcross, who are local Bretons. I think they're 936 crew. They are indeed. The 936 crew in the blue. My goodness me, they can get the thing off the line. Now, who have they got chasing them? Well, that looks like Gert Gordiev. It is Gert Gordiev. Marvin van Lukenen is in there. Marvin van Lukenen very, very much in touch. But Gwendol and Damien Carcross, the local Bretons, French Championship runners, of course, have just got the thing. They lit it up and away they went. 151. Gert Gordiev and Stenitsu just charging on past Carcross now. And, well, Marvin van Lukenen is now past and away. Marvin van Lukenen leading this race. Koen Hermans is playing catch-up, didn't get the best of starts. They're the left rinks, swinging it round, so something happened to them at the bottom of the hill. They either didn't get it up or they had a problem going into the bend at the bottom. Still the Carcross boys in the thick of the action, being chased by Gert van Verven and Iver van der Wiel. Terrific start by those local Bretons, and they're fighting all the way through the field. Here come the left rinks then, making up lost time for that. Well, they got balked on the hill or something happened on the hill, and they didn't manage to get it going. But Gert van Verven riding strongly here. Quite a good start for him. He and Iver van der Wiel on the Italian TM 4-stroke. And coming up behind them, Stefan Wise and Han van Hal. There they are then, that's the 418 crew. Stefan Wise didn't get it off the line as quickly as he would have hoped, but he's on the case now. Right in the midst of it there, look at the left rinks going through. Stefan Wise on the back now of Gert van Verven. All these guys race regularly, of course, in the Dutch Championship, the Netherlands, if you like. Left rinks are now on the back and chasing hard. Brett Wilkins and Joe Millard thundering through. They had a dodgy start, got tangled up off the line, have been working their way through steadily, and they're doing a good job here. You can see from the clock we're into the final 5 minutes, plus a time added on, if I can put it that way, the extra 2 laps, and they're chasing down Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart. And if they're hanging on to Koen Hermans, they're doing a good job. Not like Brett's interview. He said they really struggled here last time, but they're doing much, much better here in Iffendic, in the sunshine, in qualifying Group A. Meanwhile, at the front, it's Marvin van Lukenen still growing strongly. And there he is, the red plate holder now. Very happy to have that back, thank you very much. He and Glenn Janssens coming up among some tail-enders here, and that looks to me like the 47 of Artis Doubledare and Alexandre Tourbier with the black strip and the green helmets ahead of Van Lukenen. Difficult times on the final lap then for Marvin van Lukenen and Glenn Janssens in the first qualifying race. This is all about time and grid position for the GP races tomorrow, so it's vitally important that they bring this one home without throwing anything away. The win, of course, also worth 5 points now under regulations introduced this year. The checkered flag is ready. Marvin van Lukenen, Glenn Janssens take qualifying Group A, and they will be very, very happy with that. Thank you very much. Hermans Ben van den Bogart there confirmed in second place, and Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard will bring it home in third. And here they come. The British team then, third place for them. What a good day's work so far. Confirmation, Van Lukener, Hermans, Brett Wilkinson, left Rinks were up to 4. Stefan Wires and Van Al, another strong performance. Thomas Hamar and Mathis Hupon, what a cracking start they had, as indeed did Gwendal Carcreff and Damian Carcreff, the 936 crew. Gert van Verben 7th, Visselink and Dominic Bendau in their intense, rounding out the top of the table.
How do you like the track? What do you think about it?
Yeah, the track we like really much. It's a lot of speed and technical track. Yeah, we like for sure, but we had not the perfect start. I think on 3 or 4, and we came fast to the first position. But then I think we had the race under control. But the last 2-3 laps, slowly riders, yeah, it was crazy. They need to have to make place to be safety for themselves and also us. So I hope tomorrow is better with the lap riders and yeah, hopefully good race and good points.
Group B then, and who goes in this? Well, Prunier goes in it, Pruma goes in it. Prunier is right over on the right-hand side as you look at it, I believe. Very difficult to see where they're starting from, and right across comes Tim Pruma, number 17. Tim Pruma then flying through there, as Davy Sanders was hard on the right-hand side. But out in front, it's Kilian and Yvon Prunier, the number 94 crew. The French champions are leading this one. What a cracking start they had. Here, Jason Van Dalen and Lloyd van der Putten going past Tim Pruma in mid-air. But out in front, 20 minutes then, plus 2 laps of this qualifying Group B race. And Kilian Yvon Prunier, winners in Plomion, are aiming to do it again here, but they're on a 5-point position at the moment. Tim Pruma going well, Jason Van Dalen. The Leeuwardis boys didn't get the best of starts, so the 101 have to work up the Latvian identical twins who turned 18 just 5 days ago. Can you believe it? And now, you know, Grand Prix winners, and they've been carrying the red plate until it all went wrong at Lommel. Sensational stuff from Kilian Yvon Prunier. Yvon Prunier just going absolutely light, neutral gravity over that high jump. Pruma then, chasing hard. Pruma and Jason Van Dalen locking horns like you would not believe. The flags and the air horns going mad here. Terrific, terrific. And the Weinman boys are in there as well now. The Weinman boys going inside Tim Pruma. Joshua and Noah Weinman with a left-hand sidecar, one of only 3. Brilliant stuff. So the young Germans, the number 25 crew, are in there fighting. And fighting like you would not believe. Sensational stuff from them. They're the Leeuwardis boys, the 101 with the green or blue and yellow helmets slipping through on the inside of Davy Sanders. Davy Sanders, number 9, fighting back. He's not going to give up easily. He's a seasoned campaigner and a tough, tough cookie. Jason Van Dalen still with Joshua and Noah Weinman. Left-hand sidecar versus right-hand sidecar. The difference in the lines, but through goes Van Dalen and takes the place. Van Dalen then ahead of Joshua and Noah Weinman. Now moving up, so he is in a strong scoring place here. 5 points for the win. 4, 3, 2, 1 down to 5th place and 1 point. And all these get updated immediately, so you could technically, if you were that close, lose the red plate halfway through qualifying, if the gap was that narrow. But Weinman's now with the Leeuwardis boys behind them. New birthday, a few days ago, as I said, 18 years of age now. What a sensational talent they are. Unquestionably, they will be world champions one day. Will it be at the end of 2024? Will it be 2025? Who knows? If you cast your mind back to certain interviews as they go alongside and on the inside, and they're going to take the place here, and they move up then past the Weinman brothers. So 2 pairs of siblings here scrapping tooth and nail. Right hand and left hand chair could not be more different. Latvia versus Germany. On the final lap though, Kilian and Evan Prunier absolutely showboating here to the crowd. Checkered flag is ready. The French champions, victory here in qualifying Group B, assuring themselves of a cracking place on the line for the Grand Prix races tomorrow. Second place for Tim Prumer and Rodolphe Le Breton. Young Frenchman here on home soil. He'll be happy with that, and so will his family. Jason Van Dalen brings his Zabel home. Absolutely fantastic. Neil Bardis, boys, well, it's all great stuff here. What a fantastic race that was. But Prunier, Prumer, Van Dalen, that's your top three. Jason Van Dalen, Van der Putten, well, what a talent. Confirmation. Prunier, Prumer, Van Dalen, Neil Bardis, Weinman, they hung on very well. Fifth place and a point. Davy Sanders, Chanteloup, our track walk man, and Gregory Raymond. Boyd Verhey, 16 years of age. That young lad, number 141, ahead of Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider. Not too shabby, that. Good performance.
Evan, what a race. You were absolutely flying. You really know how to do it in front of the home crowd. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, we make a correct start. Quad is amazing. Push a lot, and we managed to make a great race, and it was huge.
Yeah, the gap was really big. So if it's like this tomorrow, you will be again on the podium.
Yeah, we will have to do a good start to make the same race. So we'll see tomorrow.
It takes a big team to run these international motocross events, and I'm with Gérard Latour, president of the Motor Club of Iffendic. Monsieur, bienvenue. Voulez-vous me dire, s'il vous plaît, un peu de l'histoire du Motor Club d'Iffendic?
Le Motoclub d'Iffendic existe depuis plus de 50 ans maintenant. On a fait plusieurs championnats du monde solo et 4 championnats du monde de sidecar.
Les sidecars sont populaires ici avec les spectateurs?
Alors au départ en Bretagne non, mais progressivement oui, ça devient populaire en Bretagne. Et puis on a eu dans les années 2013, 2015, 2017, on avait Giro Musset. Hein, et maintenant on a Kilian et Evan Prunier. Et c'est ce qui rend les spectateurs se déplacent en masse parce qu'il y a un équipage français qui peut gagner l'épreuve.
Combien de sidecars Grand Prix en total étaient ici sur cette piste?
Combien? 4, c'est le... Alors il y a eu 1990, 2013, c'est le 5e. 5e ici. Et le 4e dans les 10 dernières années. 4e sur les 10 dernières années. Voilà.
Fantastique. Avez-vous un favori pilote ou passager?
Alors, Kilian et Evan, bien sûr, Prunier. Et puis des pilotes des Bretons. Gwendal Carcreff et Damien Carcreff.
Et les frères Prunier sont 2 fois champions de France, oui?
Oui, ouais, au moins 2 fois. Ouais, ouais. Ils dominent en France. Ouais. Ils dominent la classe. Ouais.
Finalement, en 7 week-ends, qui va gagner?
Les frères Prunier, devant les frères Carcreff. Et puis derrière, Wilkinson.
Peut-être, hein?
Wilkinson Miller, ouais.
Merci, monsieur.
Voilà.
Bonjour.
Welcome back to Brittany, to Iffendic, the most stunning town. The weather here is glorious. It's Sunday, it's race day. Qualifying with yesterday, you've just seen the qualifying races, and that all built up to what we're about to witness on track today. 2 Grand Prix races, each of 30 minutes plus 2 laps outside this picturesque town. We're at the very best time of year. Brittany is a unique place. It's unlike the rest of France. It even, as I said earlier, has its own language going back to Celtic times, and the architecture here reflects its history. It really is a very beautiful place, and if you've never been to Brittany, then you should give it a go. Of course, the sea to the west is the big sea. It's the Bay of Biscay, and it's that bit of water that runs all the way down the coast to Bordeaux in the south and beyond. Spectacular scenery, the weather's perfect. We are set for a fantastic day of racing here, solo supports as well, and always this very pretty town. Most of the people will come, I guess. I hope so.
As I've said so many times, we always like to introduce new talent into this championship, and the younger they are, the better they are. The future in this sport is very, very bright. It's in safe hands. And I've got a sensation next to me, a 16-year-old doing his first season of GPs. He's already done, I think, 3. It's Boyd Verhees from the Netherlands. 16 years of age. Look at the size of him. Boyd, when did you first start riding sidecars?
I think I started when I was 10. 10. And then, yeah.
And what is your plan for the future? This is your 4th GP, I think?
Yes. Next year I will be riding with my brother, and we will do maybe a few more GPs. Just see how it goes. And yeah.
Well, Arnie van Hamel, you're the passenger for this weekend and for this season. What's the backstory behind that?
So, as his brother was too young to ride, he was looking for another one, and we got in contact with each other. So I wanted to do some GPs also this year, and we have a training together, all felt good, and we decided to just go and see what GP brings.
Well, you sort of answered one of the questions I was going to say. How does he race? How do you feel with him?
Well, it's very good. From the first time, it was the contact was good, the feeling was good. We made some few changes to technical changes, but yeah, all is good. He races very good. He has good condition, so I cannot complain about anything.
Brilliant, Boyd. Where did it all start for you? Was it the Kids and Sidecars program in the Netherlands?
Yes.
That is a very good program, isn't it? Now, how many people do they get in that? Is it well supported?
I think, 10, 15, the group.
And you still have the passion. I mean, by the time you get to the age of Koen Hermans, you will have ridden for 20 years.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to this weekend. What about the track?
I really like the track. It's technical, but that's my first time here. But it's good.
Well, as I said at the start of the interview, it's really great to have good talent, young talent. The future of the sport is good. So good luck for this weekend and the future.
Thank you.
Incredible there, 16 years of age, and as I say, the sport's in safe hands. The president there meeting all the crowd and all the people. This is where everyone gets introduced to the fans, especially the home stars. French champions, the Prix, they are very much the focal point this weekend, but all the teams get their chance to step up on the stage and be introduced. And then, of course, at the autograph signing, a bit later on, the fans can get up close and personal and get an autographed poster. Or whatever takes their fancy. Might even get an autograph on their T-shirt. Every single team member gets introduced. And they love it. This is all part of the celebrity. The Albardis boys there. The local people, of course, 10 French crews we have here. That's the most I've seen. Here's how they line up then. Group A and Group B, the 2 qualifying races. So the top 10 represent the top 5 in each of those groups. Van Lukenen, Prunier, Hermans, Pruma, Wilkinson, Van Gala, Lefrink, Leeuwbardis. Stefan Wiles was 5th in Group A, and the Wineland boys 5th in Group B. Hence 9 and 10th. 30 riders will line up on 2 rows. Thomas Amar, Mathis Soupon, very quick Frenchman. Same sort of time as Davy Sanders and Vincent. Gert van Verven, Chanteloup, we spoke to him. Carcref, the Breton. Carcref brothers. Gregory Raymond, now some French names there you're not familiar with, but let me tell you, they go well at home. And there's Boyd Verhees, 18th fastest out of 30. So he did himself proud. Quicker than Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider, who round out page 2. The Devil Dare boys, Hangster, Celine Jan, one of 3 ladies competing. We have an all-lady crew, and there they are at the bottom, Sophie de Bosque and Talia Marquis. And you can see there the teams that got in courtesy of Last Chance from position 25 onwards. And we have 2 reserves, of course, should any one of these 30 not be able to start for whatever reason. Well, the weather here is hot. This is going to be tough. 30 minutes plus 2 laps, the last minute preparations, the last minute nerves. The red plate firmly in the hands of Marvin van Lucena. The Leobardis brothers want it back. The Prunier boys are looking for another victory on home soil. And Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bergart simply want to fight and maintain that 3rd position in the standings and, if possible, improve. But ahead of them are the Leobardis boys, with Van Lucena and Glenn Janssens firmly holding the red plate on top of the pile. We are moments away from the opening 30 minutes plus 2 laps here. The crowd are hyped up. They're ready to go. The air horns and flags are poised. Race 1 is just around the corner, and the Leobardis boys mean business. The sun is hot. The track is fantastic. The atmosphere is as good as it could be. I promise you, we are in the thick of it. We should know. Koen Hermans, what can he do? Well, we still have 3 Grand Prix after this one, but 8 races left to do. Into the closing minutes, seconds indeed, before this race gets underway. It will be a cracker. Look at the shiny helmets on the Prunier boys. Confident or what? Tim and Sam Leffering, eager to make an impression here on hardpack going in the sunshine of Brittany. Okay then, here we go. Look over on the right-hand side. Kilian Evan Prunier, hard on the right. Where is Van Lucena? Van Lucena is right. The centre lady standing there with a 15-second board. Van Lucena is right behind her. Then Van Dalen to the right of him, his left. Right as we look at it. I can see the Leffering boys there. Well, Dave Edwards, our race director, will raise the green flag. He's ready. We're ready. We're 15 seconds away. Up goes the board. Now you can hear the air horns. Let's see who gets the gate here. 2 rows, 30 crews then. Dave Edwards avidly looking at his watch here. The reliable, trusty timepiece. 5 seconds, they move away. We're into the closing stages. The revs build. The clutches are feathered. The gate drops. And they rocket at the start, finish straight towards this first right-handed. Very tight, but it's Van Lucena and Glenn Janssens. The red plate leads. Van Lucena and Glenn Janssens. Tim Prumer rolled off Le Breton, number 17, and it looks like the Prunier boys in 3rd. Then it looks like Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard in 4th. They're coming so thick and fast, I can't even take my breath, let alone focus on who's who, but we know who's out in front. And the flying start for the red plate holder, the reigning champion, the series leader. Everything's going Van Lukena's way at the moment, but look at Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard alongside the Lefferings. Tim and Sam Leffering have been giving as good as they get every single round this year. They've had some misfortune, which is a great pity because they are a talented pair of siblings. Tim Prumer, fantastic, and in 3rd place it's Wilkinson and Millard. Look at them, the British crew with the left chair. They said it was difficult round here for the left chair. The Leobardis boys are behind Tim and Sam Leffering. And you can see the blue and the striped helmets of the Leobardis boys on the inside, coming down inside the Leffering brothers and taking the place. The 101 then, formerly the red plate holders, not anymore, not after Lommel. They are there now in 4th place behind Wilkinson and Millard. I need to get my breath and just have a look here. This is just sensational stuff. What great racing. This, of course, the highlight show. It's a heavily edited race, but fantastic stuff still from Wilkinson and Millard. The cycle wheel up the banking, but that cost them time, and they've lost out to the Leobardis twins, who turned 18 just 5-6 days ago. So they now, identical twins, as we've said many, many times, you should know that by now, are 18 years of age. But Wilkinson been relegated, so has Tim Prumer. Tim Prumer rolled off for Breton. So the Leobardis boys are on a charge here. Ahead of them, though, it's Van Lukenen and Kilian and Yvon Prunier. Deep into the race now. 14 minutes of racing to go. 16 gone. And the Leobardis boys still with Prumer hanging on to their coattails. The German-French pairing, the air horns are going for Rodolphe Breton as well. He's a very popular passenger, has something of a reputation, I've said many times, being a super sub. Well, he didn't have a permanent ride, but by golly, he's got one now. Daniel and Bruno Leobardis jumping over the skyline with the blue sky behind them. Race leaders now. Van Lukenen, Janssens coming under pressure from Kilian and Yvon Prunier. And the crowd will go absolutely bonkers if the Prunier boys take the place. And they were alongside there. But Van Lukenen, very cagey, riding a defensive line, kept them at bay. Up the hill they go. 3.5 minutes. Well, a little over 3.5 minutes. At 3 they go. Prunier and Van Lukenen fighting back. Marvin Van Lukenen having a look there. He cut back inside, but they had the drive. Zabel plays Zabel here. Both two-stroke engines. And in third place, it's the Mega two-stroke of the Leobardis boys. Mega is the brand, not Mega the size, but I suppose it's one and the same thing. Kilian Yvon Prunier, winners in Plomion. In the closing stages here, a hand in the air from Yvon Prunier. A little early, I would say, to celebrate. We still have 3 minutes and 2 laps remaining before they see the checkered flag. But he's confident. They are confident. And there is the checkered flag. And Van Lukenen, some 10 seconds adrift now. 11.2 in actual fact. Checkered flag for him in second place. Daniel and Bruno Leobardis just 3 seconds behind Van Lukenen. They claim third. Not what they would have wanted to have done, because Van Lukenen has eked out more points. Confirmation of that thrilling race. Prunier, Van Lukenen, Leobardis. Prumer, a very respectable 4th place ahead of Lefring. Koen Hermans, Ben van den Bogart didn't have the best of starts, got caught up in the traffic, but still made it home 6th ahead of Jason Van Dalen, Davy Sanders. Hammerhart started well and held the place. Running out the top 10, Gert van Verven, Ivar van der Wiel. Well, breathtaking stuff that. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it was short, but in reality it was 30 minutes plus 2 laps. What a result by Prunier, but Leobardis had to fight for third, I can tell you.
Okay, the start was not good, but we make early passes in the first corner, so I think we get back in the second lap to the 6th place or 7th place, Then going into the race, the lappers were just messing our lines and everything, but I think if the lappers, if they don't bother us, then I think we would have catch Marvin easily.
Yeah, it was a good race for us, especially the first part. Speed was really good, but then it took a little risks on the jumping, and we decided to stop jumping a few jumps. And the Prunier boys were faster, so we have to be happy with second place.
Yeah, we had a correct start on P3. We make the move on the P2 in the first lap. We had to do it to keep on Marvin, but he was really fast in the beginning of the race. And in mid-race we saw that we are coming back, so we push and we take the lead. That was with a great quad. That's amazing.
Well, you're right there. You're absolutely right there, Evan. Marvin was very quick in the first half of the race. He had a bit of a thumb problem and forearm pump up. But that happens. Big jumps. You need full commitment. We're getting ready now for race 2. They all know what to expect. They've done it once. Now they have to do it all over again. Can the Prunier boys get the double and lift overall victory? We are 2 minutes away from finding out Who's got what it takes to take overall victory here in the second race? In very, very hot conditions. You can see the coolant needing replenishing. Most of those tummies will need replenishing as well. Yes, and you, sir. And I suspect you've had more than one beverage. Devil Dare boys pushing to the line. 10 French crews, as I say. Home soil, the atmosphere. For those of you who've been to France at those world-class motocross events will know the buzz in the air is palpable. You can feel it, you can breathe it, you can smell it. Van Luckenen, immaculate as ever. Prunier boys right over on the right-hand side again. Blue sky, the sun beating down. 1 minute to go, and still the tension is building. What a fantastic atmosphere we have here. Iffendic in Brittany, the scene of the second French Grand Prix. The people, I don't know how many there are, I can tell you, there are a lot. Queues at the gates when I came in this morning, 5 or 6 deep at the ticket offices. All here to see Kylian Evan Prunier, the double French champions. The all-lady crew there, Sophie de Bos, and Evan Prunier taking a last swig of water. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard, the Leobardis boys, Jason Van Dalen. The names just roll off my tongue. Here we go. "30 minutes plus 2 laps then, we're into 15 seconds. Prunier again on that extreme right-hand side as you look at it. Can they get the whole shot, or will Tim Prumer, who is 3 outfits in, get the whole shot? Neil Bardis is there, but he dropped back out of it. It's Tim Prumer, but it's Jason Van Dalen. Jason Van Dalen, Noah van der Putten, the 723 crew, hit the front. Jason Van Dalen with the Zabel. Who's gone with him? Looks like one of the French crews, or was it Neil Bardis? He changed his trip, that's the problem. Prunier boys are on the inside, you can see where they are. Where was Koen Hermans that time? Did he get a better start? Where was Van Luckenen? There's Van Luckenen. The red plate of Van Luckenen, Glenn Janssens over the jump. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard there in 5th place. Kylian Evan Prunier behind Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. So the Prunier boys did not get the best of it. They must have had a little bit of a lift of the sidecar wheel. The Leobardis boys are now on the back of Brett and Joe. This is, of course, heavily edited. We can't possibly show you the entire race. We showed that on the live stream. If you want to see the full race, then sign up for the live stream. Next week we're at Strasbessenbach, and that will be another fast, hardback, mountainside track in Germany. The Leobardis boys then through on the inside of Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. So they are making their way up. Marvin Van Luckenen charging hard at the front. What a cracking start he got. Through they go. Koen Hermans, Ben van den Bogart, the number 3 crew. Ahead of Tim Prumer and Rodolphe Le Breton, the number 17 on the Husky. So it's an AMS 4-stroke for Koen Hermans. And the Husky derivative, the original brand, if you like, under Tim Prumer. Number 3, wave in the air from Ben van den Bogart. Whether that was acknowledging one of the spectators, I don't know. Back markers then. 8 minutes of racing to go then, with Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart leading the Leobardis boys. Kylian Prunier is in 2nd place, I can tell you, having had a really, really hard charge at Marvin Van Luckenen. Got to within closing distance and now has had to drop back a little bit, and there Van Luckenen still in control. The French flag's being waved here for Prunier. Here he comes. So he is now some 5 or 6 seconds behind Marvin Van Luckenen. Into the closing stages of this race, the Prunier boys will have to settle for 2nd best, because on the final lap, Marvin Van Luckenen and Glenn Janssens know they've done enough. This is it, then they will take overall victory here in the Grand Prix at Iffendic. The checkered flag awaits them. The red plate marches on to an extended advantage, with the Prunier boys claiming second, some 6.5 seconds adrift. And over they come, and the Leeuwardis boys, well, Hermans and Ben van der Bogart, Leeuwardis in 4th place. They're quite a way down, 20-odd seconds for Hermans and Ben van der Bogart. Over they come, the Leeuwardis boys behind them. So, a brilliant race at the front for Van Lukenen, who actually got second wind about 10 minutes from the finish. Lefrinks and the rest of them filing through past our finish line camera here. Gert Gordieff as well. Confirmation then, Van Lukenen Prunier. So Van Lukenen gets the overall win, and Leeuwardis third on the podium, so he won't be happy with that, but at least it's a podium. Hermans not on the podium. Pruma is 5th. Sanders, Lefring, Hamard, Gert van Vermen, Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard 10th overall. They had a problem in race 1. Such a pity. Clutch troubles dropped them down the order.
Daniel, 3rd position in Iffendic. Still you're bringing points home. So what do you think about it? There were some good fights. So what can you say about it?
Yeah, we're not super happy. We lose a lot of points to Marvin now. But next week is Germany GP. So I think we can fight back and get some points more there.
Good luck for that and enjoy the podium.
Thank you.
Kilian, 2nd place on home GP. You fight so hard for the GP win, but still 2nd place is so great.
Yeah, a really great weekend. We are very, very happy with the race. We found great pass on the beginning of the race. We're happy with this, and we try to push so hard on the rest of the race. We came very close with Marvin, but unfortunately I had a very bad timing with lappers, and it cost us so much energy to pass them. But the riding is great in front of the French crowd. We are very happy.
Yeah, congratulations and enjoy the podium in front of the home crowd.
Thanks a lot.
So Marvin, you are bringing the red plane home from Iffendic. What can you say about it?
Yeah, it's amazing. We take again the GP win. So with the team, you're really happy. After first race, I had a big gap, but Prunier passes still till the end of the race, and I was so angry on myself. I want to push harder, but I had a lot of arm pumps, so I want to do better second race, and it was also again hard, but yeah, we fight and we win and we take the overall win. Also here in French, especially for Prunier, his people, but even more.
So you have the GP win and the red place, so congratulations, great job.
Thank you very much.
Well, what can I say? And that's the championship, so he's extended his lead. He and Glenn Janssens 3:05 against Leeuwardis 2:77. Prunier reclaims 3rd place from Koen Hermans. 4 points in it between those two, so they will renew their battle in 1 week's time in Strasbessenbach in Germany. Further down the order, lots to play for. Is it lovely to see Etienne Bax's name in there? From one ride, 52 points. What a star. Joshua and Noah Weinman, the Germans, rode well this weekend. They're on home soil. Next weekend is Strasbessenbach. What can they do there? Likewise, Adrian Petter. He'll be at home. Well, it's been a terrific Grand Prix here in Iffendic. The weather has been superb. The crowd have been amazing. Everyone delivered. Everyone. Absolutely. Prunier boys nearly did it, but not quite. In 1 week's time, we go to Germany, Strasbessenbach. Join us there. But from me, Barry Nutley, thanks for watching. We'll see you in Germany.
We never stop, so go on when you finish. And even when we bleed, still believe that we can win this. We got what's underneath, you're all about that image. We never even stop at the top, no limits. Champions, and we're the champions. And we're the champions. And we're the champions. So bring it on.
Wilson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin Van Lukenes certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.